What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Turbocharged Hobbies here. Today we're going to do a video going over my SCX24 Gladiator comp build. So I've been slowly building this over probably the last year and a half or so. I actually have a little friend group here locally, and I compete with it. And so I just wanted to kind of do a little video going over the truck, showing what parts I have, and then after we do that, I have some running footage I'm going to put in the video, let you see the truck. So we're going to grab the camera, I'm going to come over here, get you up close, and kind of just go over everything I have on this, what I've done, and just let you all check it out. So here's the truck kind of up close. And I kind of just wanted to go over everything and just talk about the parts I used, because it was a little bit of a struggle as far as figuring out the motor mount and everything. This has the Hobbywing Mini 24 in it, and I did get the motor with it, but didn't come with a pinion, and this is just kind of my first step into the mini brushless stuff, so still trying to figure everything out. And right now it seems like pinions are kind of hard to find. The other thing I didn't realize with these is that most of your pinions are press fit, which not necessarily a big deal for me. I definitely feel like it's something I could easily do, but it was just another thing. And I seen where was it, Mofo RC, because that's where I ended up getting this motor. They actually, mention on there that, some people have messed up their motors and stuff. So made me decide to just end up going with one of their motors. I got the Nano BAM on there, and they have an option on their website to where you can buy a pinion and have them install it for you, so you don't even have to mess with it. That's what I ended up doing, just made things easier. The other issue I ended up having is I was really hoping that this motor would maybe be able to work with, had like an RC all-wheel drive motor plate on it, or RC, yeah, I think that's what it was, RC all-wheel drive for an aftermarket motor, for a brushed motor, and I was hopeful that I would be able to maybe re-drill the holes to make this motor work, but it just didn't look like I was going to be able to make that brushed motor plate work. So I'd seen ExoCage RC had actually put this in an SCX24 and used a Furitek motor mount. Well, didn't realize that there were so many different Furitek mounts for these, and originally I ordered that one, which will not work with this. The pinion, see, it comes with a pinion stuff, doesn't fit on this. So that made me end up going with the Mofo RC motor. Just seemed a little easier. And then next, I figured out the correct motor mount I needed. So this is the motor mount you would need. This motor mount should work with this. I still need to get a pinion for it, because I do want to try it. That kind of covers that. And then, yeah, it's just a cheap Emax servo. And then got the Mesu, however the world you say it, axles, which I'm a big fan of. Been very happy with these axles. I mean, they got the double jointed front CV axles, so I mean, it's got crazy turning angle. Then it has Injora links, Treal beadlocks, little guy racing parts, Trail King MT 63mm tires, and then we got the Proline 34mm shocks. And then we got Injora inserts, which this is the first truck I've ever ran inserts on, and I am so impressed with how well the inserts work. I mean, it is phenomenal. But I kind of just wanted to kind of do a little video on this. I got a decent amount of footage of it running, and I'll show you real quick on these rocks, because I'm just blown away by just the throttle control, how smooth this system is. It just blows my mind. Now, part of that I think could possibly be too that, you know, we're on a Futaba now and we're not running a cheap ready to run radio. So see right there, got my receiver. Tried to keep all this heavier stuff up front, give me that forward weight bias. But I am super impressed with this truck for what it is, for still a stock frame truck. You see, we're still using factory steering mounts, or not steering, but the factory shock mounts. So none of that stuff's been changed. And I mean, this truck is extremely capable for what it is. Like, this truck impresses me so much. Like, it's just because, you know, like I said, I compete with a group of local guys here, and this truck is normally up towards the top. I mean, I normally do pretty daggone well with it. But one last thing before I kind of show you running here. Main reason I wanted to make this video is because it's about to get an aftermarket chassis. So I think that I've taken this truck about as far as I can take it with a stock chassis. See if I can set you up here. Give me 1 second. I don't know how well you'll be able to see it, but you know, the stock chassis just, it's got a ton of flex in it. So, trying to figure out what chassis I wanted to go with, and I ended up going with the Maz Designs cheat code chassis, which I'm very excited to get this all put together. But I wanted to put this video out so I can just kind of show what the truck is capable with stock chassis. This is going to make a big difference just because of all the adjustability. I mean, all your different shock locations. It's got like an angled skid and stuff, so this should really make a big difference. Can't wait to get that installed. So you can just see, I mean, it's got so much turning angle. I mean, this is a cheaper servo too, being an Emax. I want to put maybe NSDRC servo in it, maybe a Reefs, but I want to put something better. But, you know, for everything that's done to this truck, I'm still really impressed with it, just because for the most part, this is all kind of cheaper parts. It's not like it has, you know, a lot of the really good stuff on it. I mean, the tires, Little Guy Racing Parts, I consider that one of the top brands as far as the mini stuff. The Mesu axles, I'm really impressed with them too. But everything else is just kind of your basic cheaper stuff that you can get off Amazon or eBay. I mean, it's pretty much where all this stuff was ordered from. But just look at this throttle control. It's just so smooth. It just blows my mind. Now, I've seen Exo Cage's video, and he showed that, you know, it has a little bit of a jump from the transition from startup to, I guess, the running or whatever you want to call it. But this one, like, I notice it a little bit, but for the most part, I don't really notice much of a transition jump. I mean, this truck just works. So real quick, just going to try to show that there isn't really a dramatic jump from the startup transition. In the last clip where I was going over the rocks, you see it jumps a little bit, and I don't want people to think that that was the startup transition, or the transition from startup. That was actually just me bumping the throttle a little harder. But we'll try to slowly, progressively add throttle in and see if we can see a decent jump or anything. So hard to try to steadily pull the throttle. See, like right there, it's a little twitchy. Maybe a little jump right there, but like I said, like this thing is just so smooth. Well, that pretty much wraps up everything on this video. I greatly appreciate everyone that watches any of my content. It means so much to me. I'm hopeful that maybe this video can help a few people out there. That's the biggest thing I'm trying to accomplish with this anyways. Just trying to help people so you don't have to order multiple parts to get your rig together. Just trying to let you know what worked for me. Hope all y'all have a good one, and I'll see you next time. Peace.